Good morning, Vietnam. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. It is a beautiful 9:22 in the morning. It's a little early. Not a little early. It's not that bad, but whatever. I did sleep in this morning. I hope you guys are having a wonderful, wonderful, beautiful morning. And here we go. So my name's Lisa Fry, My Mystical Life and the Mystical Moons. Good morning, Kelly. How are you this morning? And we are just here laughing our ass off this morning. I don't even know. There's something going on. We're here for coffee and chit chat and readings and all the things. So if you are new to our feed, make sure you like so you know when we're online. And in your guides, let me know when you need a reading. So it's not, there's no list, there's nothing like that. It is, what do you need and when you need it, and it's really, really. We have a blast. That's what I can say. We have a blast. Ms. Danielle, good morning. Good morning. So, as we have people filter to the room, blah 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 blah, all the things, we are going to pull a card. We're going to do a community card, and I never know what I'm doing when I get on here, and half the time I don't know what I'm doing as a general rule. So it's all right. But we're going to find a card to pull. And what deck should we pull from? I like this one for the morning. Wisdom of the Elders. You had another session with Tammy Manzo yesterday. That girl is magic. Navajo Native Drawings. Good morning. Now I'm interested. I want to see your drawings. Yes, Tammy Manzo is amazing. We are talking about Tammy Manzo. I am from Ohio at the moment. We used to travel a lot. So I'm at the moment I'm in Ohio. But Tammy Manzo of North Node Venus Astrology, you guys, it's a gratuitous plug for her. She is absolutely fabulous. 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 And that's her Facebook page is North Node Venus Astrology. So we're going to pull a collective reading first from Wisdom of the Elders Oracle. I absolutely love this deck of cards. It's by Sean Leonard. He's a First Nation up in Canada. He had this really wonderful public access program on teaching Indigenous traditions. And let me tell you, I got to meet him in person. He is fantastic. If you get a chance to buy this deck of cards, which I don't know that I think it's through Hay House. I don't know. I haven't seen it on Hay House's site. Words are hard for me today. I'll have to look again. But Wisdom of the Elders Oracle is a beautiful oracle, and you're going to see why here in just a minute. Good morning, everybody. I see a lot of new people this morning. Good morning, Jansen. Good morning, Nancy Ray. Ellie Velez. Good morning. Good morning, Mystical Lavish. How are you this morning? Okay, this is really, really a beautiful deck of cards, and you can feel the energy. Carrie Ann, good morning. You can feel the energy. Because it sounded cooler. Insanity. Good morning, Andrea. Okay, so you'll see why this is a beautiful deck of cards. Talks about the end, and this is a collective reading for everybody at the moment. So let's start here. And they're talking about us all being out of balance. They're talking about us being out of sync. What a beautiful, beautiful card, right? But it's talking about us. It should be this way. It isn't. Anybody else notice all the things we have going on in the world right now? All the floods, all the volcanoes, all the things, all the stuff. We are so out of, good morning, Liz, so out of sync and so out of balance. It is staggering. It is staggering. We are not living in harmony. We are not living. Does anybody else feel like we are harmonic? We are not in harmony. We need to be feeling. Good morning, Heather Johns. Good morning, Tracy Ferguson, Maverick. Good morning, Ashley Johnson. So how do we create more harmony around ourselves. By the way, you guys, this is a collective thing. This isn't one person pissing off the world. This is a collective thing. We need to be working in harmony with each other, not just with what we think is maybe a global power or whatever. We as individuals, as souls, as spirits on this, not spirits, but as souls on this planet should be living in harmony. We should be happy with what we're doing. Are you happy with your life? Meredith Reed, good day. It's the lack of support we might feel from other people, but the lack of support that our planet is getting is some of the reason we are not supporting a wonderful environment. The weather we've never seen before. It's horrible out there. We are think of it like, I hate to put it this way, think of us like fleas on a dog, right? And when they're pissed off, they bite. And that's pretty much what our energy is doing right now. We are just, and I'm not going to do that again. But you had a dream of end of days. I mean, we have a little bit of fear going right now because we're watching this and we're going, what the hell's going on? And you hear the stories of in the Bible, right, of end of days and things like that. Now, I believe we are going to be here much, 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 much longer. It is not the end of days, but I do believe that some of it is because everybody's fighting. There's so much disruption. I think I have it here. It has been bugging me for 2 days. Disruption in our energetic field, in our neighbor's energetic field, our country's energetic field, the next country's energetic field. Everybody's pissed. That creates a change. A lot of the world is out of tune with everything. 3 earthquakes in Alaska. Come on, people, we need to unify. Yeah, as a human collective, we need to have more love here, freak's sake. Okay? But we create change through our own energetic field. Because when you have so much disruption going on, we forget that we're here to bring in this level of peace and protection for not just ourselves, but for everybody around us. We're moving into 5D and it's rocky to say the least. Absolutely. Did she do your chakras, Kelly? Did Tammy do your chakras? She pendulumed my chakras and said that my chakras are open to, I don't know, a lot of them. I was like, 18, 19, something like that. I don't know. It was a lot. But it's how we, that energy, the awakening of all these new chakras. We have gone beyond the 7 chakras. We've been beyond the 7 chakra system, you guys. You have your earth star, you have your heart star, you have your soul star, you have a bunch of chakras all over the place. But now we're going up to something like 30 chakras, right? And we're awakening to all of these new energies, and we're having a hard time figuring out how the hell to do that. So how do we find peace? How do we find alignment? Smile, for crying out loud. Smile. Oh. Good morning, Kay. So opening through 20. So I'm like sitting here going, how do we make this change? How does this change come about? This is the question I asked when I pulled this card. How does this change come about? And you want to know the answer? Star people, universal knowledge, a collective knowledge. Good morning, Lori Young. A collective knowledge. Now, does this mean starships are going to end up all over the place and all of a sudden we're going to have this great cosmic awareness? Absolutely not. You know why? Because they're already here. They're already here. And a lot of them are probably sitting here watching this right now. We have star people sitting among us, and not like they came here in a ship, but we were born to this planet. We were born here because we chose to come here, right? So let's lead by example. Let's lead by example. And good morning, Penny Moose. And start to create some peace, create some joy. What is it you can do to create joy around you? How can you bring somebody to happiness? Okay, wait. Wait. How can you bring us? No, that's not it either. How can you? That's gonna. It's gonna break. Bring a joy to someone's life and allow that to spread throughout your area. How's that? I know. I had to stop. I'm like, oh Lord, oh Lord, I do declare. It's an 11. It's an 11, which is also divine help as well. You're totally right. She just did the numerology there as well. 3 and 8 equal 11. Truly believe I originate from the stars. Anybody else on here believe you're star people? Let's do a shout out on that. I know, I'm so sorry. There was a moment there that I had to like try to bring words back because, you know, my husband's a 12-year-old and I have to live in that mentality. Keep your thoughts and actions positive. Keep your thoughts and actions positive. We need to be spreading this. I know. I'm so sorry, you guys. It's like whoop whoop whoop. Look, I get messages after this, okay? I get like messages and I get people posting stuff that I have to go back and delete after this is over because people are raunchy. I had it replaced 2 months ago. And I can't get rid of the swelling. What's blocking me? Michelle Snyder, are you meditating and like shamanic journey, not even meditating, visualization, and bring those colors in and really, really, really bring a lot of orange into your life. Really bring a lot of orange into your life. Jansen says, I'm from the stars. Angelic and a star. Absolutely, Kay Gaines. Absolutely, I believe that as well. Good morning, Diana. Good morning. Good morning, Rachel. Okay, so that's what we're talking about this morning. We're talking about your 12-year-old. You heard it too, right, Kelly? I as soon as it came out my mouth, and I went, oh, Lisa. Good morning, Ellie. Oh God. Elizabeth says I've had to have Archangel Michael and Archangel Metatron to place me in a gag order. Long day. That is a long day. Okay, can we get a whoop whoop in the room, you guys? We are going haircut, or I have. You know what's really bad is I think a hair on my nose bridge on my glasses. You guys don't care about this, but I do. I and it keeps irritating the corner of my eye, but I'm too blind to see the hair on my glasses to remove it. It's like a double-edged sword here. It's like an infinity loop. It's ridiculous. Blinder than a bat. Good morning, Brandy Vale. Good morning. CJ, good morning. So, for all of you on TikTok that are new, good morning, Pie. When I ask for the whoop whoop, what I'm doing is I'm checking to see who's in the room. If you stick around in the room, that's when I start to bring around the readings. We do a little discussion first because it's not just about what can you tell me. This should be about community. This should be about people sharing ideas and sharing all of this energy, that positive energy that we need to create a better world, right? Take a picture. Elizabeth, you're so smart. Take a picture of it. Yeah, that's gonna have to do that. I'm also very Polish. It just keeps poking in my eye. Okay. And that's true. Thank you very much, Diana Bradley. Sharing is caring. We do appreciate it if you invite friends or if you share out to a group or however that happens. We do really appreciate that. We do have a bracelet sale coming up next Wednesday evening. I have to check with Sam on the starting time. The event is not posted yet. So make sure you like the page so that you know when that's coming up. We just had, I don't know how many bracelets I put in, you guys. It is a stupid amount of bracelets. We have some really cool ones right now, like bronzite. Never seen a bronzite bracelet before. What are some of the other ones we have that I'm like, that's really cool? Oh, we have a really nice, it's black tourmaline and then tourmalated quartz alternated beads. That's a really pretty one. There's a bunch of them that I'm like, we've never had that before. So we have a bunch of new bracelets and they're all super affordable. You can go to the online store at the Mystical Moons or My Mystical Life, and the bracelets that we have in the store are already there. I'm still adding to that. Anyhow, but you can go shopping if you want. Go shopping. It's free shipping. Might as well. Anyhow, here we go. Onward. Let us go with Pi. Pi, are you still here? And I'm only good morning. Good morning, the Connection Cove. I want to make sure I did as a plug. Victoria Peters. Good morning, the Connection Cove of. Are you considered Lambertville? You're considered Lambertville, right? Yeah. Okay. Onward. I was like, I haven't seen you in a while. Onward. Pi. Yes. Are you still here? Yes, you're still here. Awesome. Okay. No shopping for you. Yeah. Are you still thinking about coming to Sedona? So we are going to Sedona in September, you guys, 11th through 15th. Temperance, is it considered Temperance? Yeah, would be Temperance. And then we just announced yesterday that we're doing this really spectacular event here in Northwest Ohio. We are going to have a metaphysical fair, like drop it from Columbus right into Napoleon, Ohio, because they have this brand new expo center, and it is going to be, I want you to walk in and feel like we've been doing it a decade. It is going to be a lot of fun. So if you are anywhere near Northwest Ohio, we are going to say, hey, next March, maybe head our direction, and we are going to have a good time. All right, even though, okay, black tourmaline bracelet. We do have, I don't know. Pie. Patience, man. Girl, I'm telling you, I am like a squirrel in the morning. I have to keep, this is why I have coffee. I'm like, let's focus. Okay, here we go. She's like, what's up? Like, sucking away. Yep, I'm going to have to come back to this a couple times. It's just how it happens. Okay, but I want to start here with you. I want to start, yeah. So we are going to have booths available if you're interested in a booth, Victoria. We also are going to be looking for volunteers. Volunteer for 4 hours and you get into the expo for the whole weekend for free. We're going to have people doing classes. And we are limited this year to 47 vendors. So this year I'm keeping it kind of, look at me. This year I'm keeping it small. Next year it's going to be bigger. We're doing it again in November next year. Okay. I'm excited. Okay, we're very excited. Okay. I'm excited about it because we started talking about it and last March, earlier this year, and I just needed something to do, I suppose. Pie, here we go. This is the theme of the day, you guys. Not being in harmony. We need to find our harmony. Oh, I love this reading for you, Pie. Oh yeah. Someone's in my driveway. Okay, so let's start here. I want to talk about you not feeling in sync with something in your life. Now, when I say this, I know absolutely 100% that this sounds generic. Like, it sounds generic. Like, you're just not in harmony, right? Whatever. But there are so many of us that we just talked about are not in harmony. We are not living in harmony with those around us, with the planet, with our own energy. We are out of sync. So I really, really would recommend maybe finding some time. And I'm not going to say meditation, because meditation for a lot of people is like, oh, I'm no good at it. So they stop and they quit because they don't meditate exactly how somebody told them meditation should work. Guess what? There is no perfect way to do this. There is no perfect meditation. There is no right or wrong way. You can sit there and in 3 minutes go, oh God, I just can't do this anymore. And guess what? You still meditated. All right. So there is no right or wrong way to do this. Sit still. Find some stillness. And that's a really good word for you. Find some stillness. for a couple beats of your heart. Whether it's in your car, on your couch, in your bed, I don't care. Just find a way to create some stillness within yourself because that's really, really important. She's like, I froze. Did I freeze? Am I back? Am I back? I'm talking about finding stillness for you. Your first card is being out of harmony. Out of harmony. It's time to find some harmony within yourself, some synergy. By the way, you should be doing light language. I'm not sure if you're aware of what light language is, but you could channel light language. They're giving me the signs and the symbols and all of the stuff. Ivy of coffee, that'd be nice, right? And why are you out of sync? So I'm gonna go into why I think you're out of sync. But the best person to tell you why you're out of sync is yourself. You're gonna know why you're out of sync. You're gonna, oh shit, that's the first thing that comes to my mind. That's the problem, right? So good morning, Lindsay. Did I say right, Lindsay? You are on the verge of this new energy pie that is coming out, and you're going to find little quirky things that you might feel a little batshit crazy here and there. All right, just know you're not batshit crazy. You have a lot of things going on. Lindsay, okay, thank you. Oh yeah, Lindsay, thank you. It's that kind of morning. I need more coffee. There we go. It's time. I will explain light language more, and just let me remind me, Victoria, please remind me to do that, okay? So Pi, I want to talk about the things you have coming up. You're going to feel a little bit like, oh my gosh, I might feel a little dizzy. I might be staring at the moon and feel like I'm going to fall out of myself. Things like that. I might sit there and find stillness and feel as if I'm floating away. Do not disregard these things. Do not say, oh gosh, maybe I need to go have some sugar. There's a lot of times we disregard things because we're told that we're not extraordinary. But I'm here to tell you, girl, you are extraordinary. You're extraordinary. We are all extraordinary in our own way. And they're like, you have these unique gifts coming. You have new intuitive, and look, there's that light language again. You have new things that are going to be coming through intuitively. You need to start following your intuition. You're pretty out of sync with that. And here's the thing, you can be an intuitive and still out of sync. Right? I can absolutely throw myself under the bus. And anybody over watching that is watched me for a long time will tell you I am much more in sync today than I was last year. Can I get an amen, you guys? I'm much more in sync. I'm a different person to watch online now or get a reading from now than I could have done a year ago because I wasn't as in sync. I was so far deep in the human muggleness of things in life that I couldn't get past myself to feel. And that's what you guys are saying. It's time to feel because you are so stuck in your own mind that it's hard to give yourself the love and compassion that you need to be able to move forward. There's okay. All right, guys. So I'm getting a bunch of amens over there. There's a difference. There's a difference. I am finding joy in what I do again. It's not just business, it's what I do. And it wasn't ever, don't take that wrong. It wasn't ever just business. It was my whole heart. And I was putting my whole heart into what I was doing. And it was me trying to help other people have a wonderful experience. And there's times you have to step back from that and say, I have to find my joy again. So that's what I would like you to do, is step back and try to find your joy. What makes you happy? What makes you happy? And I'm supposed to call joy. Yes, you have to love what you do. And I had to follow my own advice. If you don't love what you do, why are you doing it? Mm-hmm. Oh my God, Donna Marie. You will find happiness again, girl. It's just going to take time. So, Pi, go forward. And I know this is not what this card says, but it's what it says to me for you. Don't overthink everything. Go forward happy and joyful, and things are going to fall into your lap, and you're going to find new and exciting ways to feel the world. And wow, what more could we want than that? We're here for the experiences, damn it. We are here for the experiences. So go paint something, even if you're not an artist. Art is subjective, right? Go grab some paints and just go have some fun. Make something colorful. Do something different. Step outside your box and be surprised. Shock yourself, damn it. Okay, light language. We're going to go into light language. I bet it is, Diana. You planted a garden. That's awesome. That was a first step. Good morning, my husband. Everybody say good morning, Mr. Fry, Mr. Fry, Mr. Fry. Connection Cove says, I was told recently that it's not your job to make sure they have a good experience. It will happen just by being with you and your energy. Actually, Victoria, you're totally right. What I did is I got wrapped up in all of the things in the background, the newsletters, the videos, because I had to take all the teachers' videos and I had to make them into classes and put them online. All the technical stuff just drained me, and I kind of we let them do their own thing. And unfortunately that, people, politics, blah, blah, blah. Good morning. Okay. Onward. So light language is, I can show you an example of light language if you promise not to be shocked. Don't judge me. Don't judge me. I kind of judged me when this happened. So it is almost like trance mediumship, but not quite. We could do a light language class at the store. That would be so much fun. So light language, when people do light language, it's a channeled type of thing, and it is very much done in trance type of work. And you ask energies to come across, and they will bring you symbols. Now, just do it. So Sam and I were sitting in a trance mediumship class, and it was in Columbus, and it was a lot of fun. We had a great time. Trance mediumship is not for everybody, but if you want to try it, I suggest it because it's a different way to communicate. So we were sitting there, and I've done, all right, baby, muggle away. I love you. I'll see you later. I had done trance mediumship before, and I do it where people talk through, right? So I can sit there, put myself in the back room, and energy comes through and talks through me. So I decided, instead of doing that, she's like, try light language. Well, I'd never done it before. Light language, and you can look it up on YouTube, you guys. It's fascinating. There's so much flow that goes with it. Absolutely. You can watch it on YouTube. You can watch it on all these videos of people doing light language. Well, I had never done it before. And so I went, okay, let's do this. And I connected with an energy. And I don't tell people this. I connected with an energy that it felt different. It felt different for me. It's like I connect with galactic energy. So what the hell could feel different than galactic energy? Well, a reptilian can. And when I asked who this was from, what energy this was from, I was given the eye, and I was given reptilian. Now, before you judge the poor little reptilian guy, let me tell you, okay? And I'll read this for you because as I was writing it, I knew what it said, and I guess that's not something that happens all the time. So I guess you usually write your light language and then you just let it go, and it's just energetic and it flows throughout the universe, and that's what light language does. But for whatever reason, I know what I was writing, and I was able to put it on the paper as well. So I thought that was really cool. The teacher thought that was really cool. And that's how we amaze ourselves, right? We just all the time we should be able to go, well, look at that shit right there. So, but this is light language done in a class in Columbus at the Reiki Center. And it what's really interesting about it is there's so many different varieties of it, but when it's being done, even if the person has never seen it before, they come out very similar to somebody else's somewhere. That's really, really interesting. Good morning, Hartley Rose. Good morning. Okay. So this is why I was like, when I said, what energy am I bringing across? And I was talking to this energy, and they said reptilian. I was like, oh shit, like that's supposed to be really bad. We're not, and this is a preconceived notion, right? That's supposed to be really bad. And I don't think I should be bringing across a reptilian. And I felt like I was doing something wrong until I started to write down what the words were. And I was given the information in this class as well that just because somebody says something doesn't mean it's true, right? Just because somebody said all reptilians are evil doesn't mean that's the truth. Because look at if they're out there and they're looking at us and they're like, all those humans are disruptive and they all are bad news, then they've done the same thing to us, right? So there is good and bad in all. There is good and negative in all. Hi, wild ones. So with that said, I'm going to let you know what this kind of loosely says, because I asked for a different color marker and I wrote a different color marker. But it talks about our origins, and it talks about how, I don't know, this to me, this looks like a Dalek, but whatever. It talks about origins here up to this point, and it talks about how we were actually brought here to raise the vibration of the universe. Our planet is very, very important. We feel the gamut of emotions. Do you realize that not all extraterrestrial races do that? Not all races feel the depth of emotion that we feel, and this is part of why extraterrestrial energies decide to come to Earth. It's not a joke when I say we have the art, the sex, the dancing, all the really cool things, and the food, all those things is like a holiday. They'll take the bad with the good because we're here on an important thing to help raise the universe up. And that is how you do it, is through the energy of love. And this right here, I believe this is Draco. I think this is the constellation Draco. I'd have to look that up. Okay, have I lost you guys? Have I lost you guys? And then there's a bunch of, I don't know, maybe conversation. I'm not quite sure what this is. And then it goes, so it's talking about the origin and love, and that we should know that we can see so much division. They're talking about we can see so much division and breaking up going through our planet here. And then they talk about three energies, and that we need to be all joining together and sharing love light. Again, they bring back the Draco. And then they talk about, so here's where it gets weird. Okay, wait a minute. Here's me. We're talking about reptilian light language, but now it's going to get weird. Brace yourself. They talk about the genetic alteration. Ow, that hurt. That was my bubble. And evolution of our planet and our peoples, and how we were actually designed to be much more loving and to come together as one to create an incredible vibration on our planet. And then it talks about our broken perception, and how we're supposed to expand, explore, and reach further with not just our emotion, but out into the universe. And then we're supposed to talk and visually share and write. I don't know if I'm supposed to be doing that. I'm supposed to be writing a book, whatever. I don't have time for that right now. But this was a reptilian draconian, and I didn't ask his name because I never ask names, because it's silly, because they'll tell you whatever they want you to hear. But so that's light language. It is symbols that come with energy that we can channel and do, whether you want to consider automatic writing or whatever. But interesting. Very, very interesting. And like I said, I felt like I had done something wrong when I first started bringing this across, because I started to get that energy and I'm like, what? Not a negative energy, but the perception that it should be a negative energy. Never felt wrong, that wrong vibration doing it. I just felt like I was doing something wrong because I was writing something by a species that is inherently what we think of as negative. So, my bad. I felt better later. Does that help? My bad. But this is light language. And Victoria, it would be fun to sit and do together, like as a class. It would be a blast. I will tell you that a lot of times it is celestial. It's always celestial. It's always celestial. You're going to have somebody come through that is of the stars. So, or angelic possibly, because angels are just aliens anyways, but shh. All right. I will tell you that it got really, really quiet in the rooms. Pi says, when I sketch, I always have drawn little symbols in my art. So there's also something called Zentangle that you can do that is all that. Yeah. So Michelle Snyder says, I shut down all reptilians. When I see them, I feel more fear. I get that. I do get that. Because that was my first like impulse was to just shut it down. And then I was told, we're not all the same. We're not all the same. And here is an example of how I know that that was actually true. And I'll tell you how I know this is actually true. This is all my weirdness, you guys. Put it out. I'm putting my freak flag out there. When I was meditating with Artemis one time, and I went on a different shamanic journey, we went and onto a, what do they call it? Why can't I never think the name of it? Like the poop deck, the deck, like on Star Trek, the main part of the scenes where they're all in there, there's a big screen and all that. Talking about, what is that called? What is that called? That's called I don't know. Where everybody stands, where the captain's chair is. Come on. I can't think of the name of it. But I was doing a good word. Words are hard for me today. The bridge. Thank you. The bridge. And when I was meditating with Artemis, we went through outer space, which, by the way, is a very cool meditation. And we ended up on this bridge that there was actually a reptilian standing amongst a group of other reptilians. The Khan. Yeah, that's another way to do it. There was a reptilian standing there. And in my meditation, I kind of paused just a little bit and went, but then I just kind of went, well, it must be okay. So I know that that was an interesting, there's like our insectoid, and then and they actually say mantoid. Excuse me. And there's just a lot of really cool energies that day. It was really cool. But there was a reptilian there on the bridge. I can't remember what to call it, the bridge. Okay, can I get a whoop whoop in the room? Let's change subject. At least feels weird. I feel like the weird kid in the room. Oh my God, it's Renee. Good morning, Renee. Oh, you messaged me, didn't you? And I never got back, didn't I? That sounds about right. That sounds about right. I'm working on my communication skills. Okay, can you guys throw out some emojis? Share to a friend, share to a group, whatever. That's my my plug. Don't forget, we are going to Sedona. If you want to go to Sedona with us, we've made it super affordable. We are going to have fun. And then next March, we also have something new going on. Not weird, but interesting. Good. I'm glad to hear that. You've been seeing reptilian. I'm telling you, they're not all what we think they are. They're not all but we are told that they are this one thing. Now, the other thing, we'll channel them a little bit if you guys want. We'll channel them a little if you want, because I have somebody over here knocking on the door going, hey, can I defend ourselves? Good morning, Melissa. Good morning, you guys. I don't see them. 2 plus the grays. Yeah, I'm not a fan of the grays. I'm not a fan of the grays. I will say that. You always wanted hey Kay, we're gonna gently hike to the to the vortexes. We're gonna go shop in Sedona. Sam's gonna cook dinner one evening. Um, Angela Maynard is the Egyptologist. She's gonna take us, and archaeologists. We're gonna go out to the what are they? The petroglyphs on the cliffs. She's going to talk about that. We have a lot of stuff. We're going to do CE5 meditation and extraterrestrial meditation and transmediumship session. Yeah, that'd be fun. It's going to be fun. So basically what this individual is saying is, because I'm like, they don't just live under the planet. And they're like, but yeah, we do live under the ground. They do live under the ground. Ew. I can live without that. But it's just because of genetics. It's not to scare us, it's just for genetics. Because they have to. That's funny. Bright light. Okay. Onward. Onward. All right. Let's see. Can I get a whoop whoop? Did I do that? Whoop whoop. Have a great day, Kelly. You made him go through Sedona. Sedona's wonderful. It's very commercial. So we're not saying, yes, they do live under us. They do. They do live under us in cities. I've known that for a while, though. I mean, I can channel that, but I also know that for a while. There's not, and they're not the only one. Mm-mm, mm-mm, mm-mm. No, quite a few of our mountaintops, Shasta, Mount Shasta, Mount Rainier, um, Mount McKinley. There are absolutely. Oh God, let's not go to. I'm sitting here picking out places that I see crafts going into mountains. But the other one that pops up right away is Antarctica. I don't go to Antarctica, remote view or anything to Antarctica. I'm afraid of the men with goats. Um, I just don't do it. But they go there. I believe that. They just started talking about it. We're not going to go down that rabbit hole. Went for a hike and visited a vortex. The energies, and I just don't, because honest to goodness, you guys, I'm sitting here like, maybe I should meditate to Antarctica and maybe we should do this. And I get a pressure right here, like, maybe that's not a great idea. I just got like a, maybe not. Yeah, there's, it's just like a full stop kind of thing. Not that I couldn't do it, but that shouldn't do it. And if you've ever had a gray stand next to your bed, when they say no, you go, okay. Are reptilians connected to dragons? Oh, this is a great question. Yes. Yes. Oh my gosh. And then they want to go down the rabbit hole of but dragons are not really dragons, that they are leftovers from genetic mutations through history with extraterrestrials on our planet as they evolved and created different species that would survive and be hardy here, but they couldn't find the emotional connection with any of those species that would really live to the joy that we are capable of. They were just animals. They didn't have they didn't have a big enough brain to really take in all of the things, and they were just leftovers that were written about in history because people saw them. Cool. Oh my God. Great question. Okay. All right. Here we go. Okay. Whoop whoop. I said it, but I don't. Okay. Let's go with Lori Young. Good morning, Lori. Lori Young. Oh, I feel like I need to do this. Weird information this morning. Look at, you never know what you're going to get. It's always a little bit different. We are always a little bit different. I might sit and think about that Antarctic thing and, okay. All right. So, as I say that, like, I might think about the Antarctic thing. I have Artemis come over and go, let's talk about it first. So that it needs to be a meditation between me and Artemis before I step into that. I feel like I've been taken to the principal's office, actually. Huh. That does feel like I've been taken to the principal's office. I like it. When you have goddess go. Why you gotta push it? You're suspended. Harris, I don't know what you're doing here. This is us having a blast. Oh my gosh. What are you doing, Lori? I'm excited for you. Oh my gosh, what are you doing? Are you working on a new project, Lori? I'm going to ask a question. I don't generally ask questions, but I'm asking a question. I like it. Are you working on a new project or you have something in your mind? Michelle, I'm going to agree with you. I'm going to agree with you because there's a pushback. Renee says the dragons didn't have big enough brains, or the dragons were too big-hearted and others were not, so the dragons weren't able to find anyone with whom to connect. I think they were running multiple experiments at the same time, and they put Lori is so Harris. It depends on what YouTube channel you're on. If there's not other people in the room, I have a bunch of places coming in right here, so I'm multi-streaming. They were doing a bunch of different experiments at the same time, so they dropped too many species on at the same time, basically, and there was a lack of communication. How's that? Does that help? Okay. So Lori, yes, you are working on something. Okay. Girl, you got it. You got it. It's yours. Whatever you want to do, you are large and in charge. You have all the things you need to do. That is the second strongest card in the whole deck, right? Its companion is the magician, so that you bring in that female energy of I have everything I need to move forward. All my tools are here. Okay, all my tools are here. So I want you to start living in that energy. I want you to start living in that feeling of satisfaction that you have everything you need and it is going to manifest. So they're talking about being a manifesting generator right now. And I would normally say master manifester, but they're saying that you're a manifesting generator. So not only are you doing it for yourself, but you're going to raise everybody else's energy around you. And it's all, good morning, Lisa Phillips. It's all the people that have been, all the lessons and all the people that have been around you that have taught you the skills to do what you are going to start doing in a most efficient manner. And then prosperity, feeling of self-satisfaction. Like, I got this. I did this. This is me. I am capable. I completed something. Satisfaction, just feeling self-empowerment, right? That is the like cut, dry, clear reading, and they're like, do it, you got it. You're going to be successful. You're going to love what you're doing, and you're going to feel like you've accomplished some things. Man, they want you to just be. That's just clear cut to the point. I like it. Dragon energy is phenomenal. The heart of a dragon is big, but different on a different level than the human heart. I have a dragon I communicate with regularly. Look, there goes my freak flag. Let now freak flag fly. Right? Ishkita, yes. I have all of my YouTube on this. Yeah, all of my things are coming through. Okay. Oh, I'm so sorry, Mystical Lavish. Oh my God, this is driving me insane. So, before coffee, yeah. Mystical Lavish. So, honestly, probably not settled quite yet. Okay. It takes a while for a soul to get settled over on the other side again. They have 3 to 6 weeks in that area between, between when they pass. Depends how old of a soul they are. Between when they pass and about 6 weeks of time that they can come in and stay here and make sure everybody's good. They can stay and make sure that everybody is um, healing okay. So if you ever feel that push of love because they maybe are on the other side and you're just like, I just feel that love, or you feel them in the room, that is what's happening. And then after they pass, it takes a little bit of time, or after they transition over, it takes a little bit of time for them to get their foothold and figure things out again. And then that's when they can start to come back and be of assistance again. So absolutely, and watch over people. Absolutely. But I don't believe in heaven or hell. I believe that we all go to this wonderful place, no matter how we pass away, and we go, well, look at the lessons I learned, and how can I help? Okay, and then we pick our next life, and we leave a little bit of ourself, and we go on. Life between lives. It's fascinating. Um, oh wait, here. I was like, wait, what, Heather? Nope, I see it. Lisa says, I wish I had more confidence to do readings. Sigh. Lisa, why aren't you doing readings? Why are you not doing readings? Look at where you are now. You are like this whole different person than you were 5 years ago, 4 years ago. Why are you not just going, you know what, screw it, I'm going to do it. I'm going to pull a couple cards and I'm going to tell a stranger what I think and wait for it to be relevant and for them to go, huh, that makes sense. And then all of a sudden, you're a reader. Why are you waiting? Right, Amanda Jane says, we're all here to fulfill our contracts, so no heaven or hell, in my opinion, either. Mm-hmm. Can I get a whoop whoop in the room? Can I get a whoop whoop? Lets me see who is here, so I know the energies that I'm going to be pulling for. Right? I'm going to have to fix that eavesdrop. It's going to drive me batshit crazy. If it's not the peacock, something. Okay, let's see. So I don't have a list, you guys. I pull for who my guides say I should pull for. Nancy Ray. Nancy Ray. Nancy, your throat chakra needs a little work. The first thing I want to do is sing, and it's too early. But what they're talking about is time to exercise your throat chakra. It's time to start talking about the things that you feel are important to you, but may not feel important to other people. So it's basically about standing up for yourself and saying, hey, you know what? I think I'm worthy of X, Y, and Z. I don't need to stop and say, I only get this in life. They're also talking about your heart chakra needs to be expanded. It needs to be, there's so many people that could feel, um, your energy if you just open yourself up, and it's going to be kind of a magnet for people to come in and go, hey, can I learn something from you? What can I learn from you? Lisa Phillips, you were freaking killing me. So it's the heart chakra and the throat chakra, Nancy, are going to be very much joined in this. You're very clear on, no, I'm not singing. You're very clairaudient as well. So when you're doing this is a pearl, you guys. If you guys are new, this is a pearl. The people that have watched me for a while, they know this. But this is a pearl. Pay attention to your dialogue. Your internal dialogue is always going to be, it's always, just thinking about him. your internal dialogue is always going to sound like yourself. It's always going to sound like your own voice in your head, right? But pay attention to your pronouns. Are you saying me and I, or you and we? If you're saying you and we, you're talking to somebody else, right? So your internal dialogue, you're like, oh my gosh, what are we going to do today? Oh my gosh, are we going to take the left road or the right road? You're talking to somebody else. If you say, I think I'm going to go this direction today, you're talking to yourself. Pay attention to that, because you have an angel that is working with you quite closely. Do you ever smell overly sweet flowers, Nancy Ray? Like all of a sudden they smell something weird and you're like, oh, what is that? I do not like the smell of overly sweet flowers. That's why I'm like, the angels smell bad. No, they don't, but it's just really, really, really sweet. Um, and if you ever pick up scents that you can't target where it's coming from, a lot of times we are picking up spirit from the other side, but we also pick up angels. So there's an angel that's working really, really closely with you. And they're just like, we just need to take one, I don't know what step to the left means, but like we need to take one step to the left. Lisa, behave. Okay. um, so take that step to the left. Step out of your box, step out of your norm, start to do some things. Move your coffee pot, move your pans, do something that's going to make you create some new neural pathways in your day. That's really, really important. You know, that's something that we're not told a lot of. And I don't know why we're going to do this, but I'm going to tell you. Um, we're not told that we can rebuild our brain. Did you guys know that? Our brain will regenerate cells, but we get stuck in that subconscious of we're moving and doing the same thing over and over and over and over and over. And we just stay there because that's our comfort zone, and our subconscious doesn't want to move out of that, right? Move your coffee pot, make yourself look for something during the day, change where you put your keys, park your car in a different space. The things that make you go, what the hell did I do with that? Create new neural pathways, and you have smell vision. I love it. I love it. You know, that's clear aliens. That's clear aliens. That's where you pick up spiritual signs and messages through smell. But you're very clairaudient too. We have multiple clairs that come in and out. So try to connect those together. Like, what is that? And then listen. And then listen. Ask questions. And we don't ask enough questions of our guides either. So make sure you're asking questions. Prince has been popping in. They're trying to play around. Princess, I was watching him the other day. He come up on a video. He has such a big energy. And Liz and I had talked about just doing a thing where we allow energies to come across and just talk, because we had George Burns come across, which was so cool. It was so cool. Hi, Kayla. Yeah, Nancy. I think you have a lot of things going on in that area. You're not paying enough attention, your guides say. Increase your energy output through the heart chakra. Put a lot of green energy out around you, and wait for the things to come back that are going to be for your highest and best good. Absolutely. I hope that's helpful. Okay, Renee says this is about clear aliens. She says, gotta love the smell factor. Sometimes it smells so good it makes you hungry, and sometimes it smells so bad you're like, make it stop. And that's why my least favorite clair is clair gustance, and that is the taste. So when you get taste within a reading, usually it comes across like, yeah, I got the taste of the cigar, and the smell of the cigar for George Burns was really cool. But I didn't mind that. But a lot of times when I get clair gustance, you get something like, did great Uncle Bob have really bad breath? Because you taste that bad breath. And like, oh my God, yeah, he is notorious for not getting his face. He has bad breath. And you're like, oh, great. But that's how they would remember him, right? That's a memory. They would go, oh God, his breath is horrible. And I'm like, thanks. Anyhow, There we are. All right, everybody, I'm going to Toledo. So that sounds fun to me. We're dropping the boat in the water today, so you'll see fishing pictures coming up in the next couple weeks. And what's really bad is I'm the bad one. I'm the bad one. I'll get up and I'll go, I know we have a million things to do, but I'd really like to put some perch on a hook, okay? I'd like to go fishing. And Sam just looks at me like, we have stuff to do. I'm like, I know, but I would much rather be sitting on a boat, isolated in the middle of everything with my husband than working in the barn. Lisa Phillips, I was trying to explain the idea of static or noise blocking some messages. She couldn't understand that that's a thing, but sometimes you need quiet to hear. Absolutely. Sometimes you do, right? Okay. Everybody, oh, fishing is absolutely more fun than busy work. Absolutely. So we'll be in Toledo at the marina a little bit more often after the boat's dropped. It gets dropped today. And you got to have downtime. You're right, Teresa. We have to have downtime. It can't be all work. It can't be. And I'm notorious for making it all work. So when I feel the need to go do something different, it's just important. Yep. 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 All right, everybody. Have a great day. Find light, find love, find joy. Feel divine because you are. And there we go. Everybody go check out the new webpage. It's all complete on the webpage, I think now. Mymysticallife.com and then innerpeaceexpo.com. That one is a brand new one, and that is about our intuitive fair, our metaphysical fair that's going on next March. So I will talk to you guys later and have a great day.